For 20 years, our house has experienced a lot.
He's back! Are you kidding me?
Triumph, defeat, heartbreak, euphoria. It's been home to legends, and legends in the making. We've watched homegrown kids grow up here and welcome friends who became family.
The ballpark is in a frenzy!
Like our fans, this place has developed a reputation. And that's just the way we like it. In a city bursting at the seams with history, our house has had its fair share.
Howling drive, way out of here!
Grand slam, Victorino! The Philadelphia Phillies are going to the World Series!
But it's not time to harp on history.
It's time to make more history.
He's gonna just watch it go!
Our team story is not done.
Never say die, Tom.
It's barely been written.
Something's brewing with this team, John.
We're here for the long haul and the long ball.
That one is gonna be long gone!
It's been a fun 2 decades,
Son of a gun, I love this place.
but this is the only looking back we're doing
With a rainmaker!
because we're tired of knocking on the door. It's time to kick it down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sorry in Advance. We're going to do this while we have power because there is a current flash flood warning going around our area. Scott lives about a half hour from me, and he's getting it, and I'm getting it. So this is a nice one. So good evening, Mother.
Hey, what's up?
So we're going to get right into this. Well deserved, but I mean, so this was before Wheeler's most recent start. But Ryan and I were talking about it before it was even announced, like a day or two before it was announced. And I was trying to look at everybody, and it was just like, who else really would you have picked for pitcher of the month for June? National League, obviously. I mean, Scooble,
He's just he's ridiculous.
He's on another level.
I stand by what I said before. I think Zach Wheeler's the best pitcher in the league.
So I see right now, oh, that's right. Hunter Brown got pitcher of the month for June, which he deserved that too. It was between him and Scooble, but
Yeah.
I see Skeens is leading, the Cy Young vote. I'm sorry, I think that is mainly because he's on the Pirates and because of how and you know what,
Popularity.
and I'm not bashing Paul Skeens at all. But I think it's getting more toward him having to basically dominate a whole entire lineup for 8 innings normally. And that's what's giving him the edge because Wheeler does not go 7-8 innings as often as I wish he did.
Should.
He should. But a lot of times you look in the 5th inning, he's got 80-something pitches, constantly. But still, I mean, dude, before the end of his career, good God, he has to win one.
I mean, he should have already won one.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, I think he's the best pitcher in the league. I mean, we haven't seen numbers like this since Cliff Lee for a month.
I mean, Lee, Halladay, that starting rotation,
and anytime you're up in conversation with those type of names, I mean, there's something to be said. Yeah. And not only that, there's no decline as the years go on. He's going to fill,
he's getting
just gotten better.
Yeah, and that's the thing. As I remember, I forget if it was last year or if it was the year before, where it might have been last year, where he added that curveball. That sweeper or whatever the hell they're calling it. And he wasn't throwing it often. I mean, the one game before this past game, he threw it 7 times. And it was part of his 6 or 7, 8 strikeouts. He wasn't throwing it. And I'm just imagine he was hitting 98 in the 9th inning last game.
Yeah.
Imagine having that speed and then all of a sudden you don't throw a curveball for, I don't know, 15, 16 batters. Then all of a sudden be like, yeah, by the way, here's this random curveball I can throw you to really throw you off.
Yeah, I just think like I said, he's just been incredible, and he should. I mean, like you said, he does throw a lot of pitches, but then again, he gets the job done, and he gets it done fairly every time. I mean, normally he has those couple starts where he gets like rocked. He hasn't really had one. He's only had. I think he's had one, and that was against the Braves.
So this is his last 6 games. And this is now including his his most recent game. This was July or June plus this most recent. 40 innings, 21 hits, 3 earned runs in 40 innings. And 2 of them were home runs, which means that of the earned, I mean, they were probably solos, which I think one of them was Austin Hayes.
Yeah.
7 walks and 54 strikeouts and a .68 ERA in 40 innings, 6 games. That is insane. And like you said, he's not slowing down either. Like I brought it up over the weekend. I was just kind of like, you ever think every time the Mets see this, they're just like, like,
well,
they're putting together a rotation of just anybody right now.
Well, I mean, to be honest, they really didn't care when he was on the team. I mean, they didn't care enough to give him postseason tickets.
No,
they had to buy them.
They a garbage team. Garbage
and
honestly,
like what a signing though by the Phillies, because I mean, this could have went either way.
I mean, really, you were taking a chance.
Injury history.
If you want to talk about a steal, if there was a category for contract steals, Zach Wheeler, his first one with us, is up there.
And this second one might be up there too. Might be just better.
Seriously. Because I mean, like, it's, if you look up, like, it's actually, we went to for 4th of July, we went to my in-laws' house, and it's actually funny. Like, how old are you?
31.
31. So I'm talking to 24-year-olds they're just like, who would you pick for your all quarter century team? And it didn't hit me. I'm just like, oh yeah, we're in the year 2025. I'm like, all right, like 24-year-olds want to talk a quarter century team. So we're talking about all, who would be your pitching rotation and stuff like that. And like, for me, I'm just like, you don't realize how many pitchers are in this whole timeline. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm sorry. I really would probably consider Zach Wheeler on my quarter century team for starting pitchers.
If he wins a World Series, then he's in there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing too, is just like, you sit there and you think of the names, like, just think of our rotation in 2009 and 10. Like,
the thing is too, like, it's crazy to say this, but like, I mean, we only had Halladay for what, 2 years, and then he collapsed.
2 good years, and that was it.
And essentially, same with Cliff Lee.
Yeah,
I mean, Zach Wheeler's been doing this for what, 4 years, 5 years?
I mean, his first contract,
20 was COVID. I mean, you look at it. I mean, Zach Wheeler, you take any time over them.
I mean, yeah, like, it's like I had it actually on my list to talk about. Like, if you were to sit there and really want to talk about starting pitchers, like, just say, like, who top Phillies pitchers. We'll just do top Phillies pitchers of all time. How do you not consider Zach Wheeler in a
top 5?
Honestly, a top 5? Like, yeah.
Possibly, I mean, top 4.
I mean, yeah, like, you really have to start looking at it. I mean, Carlton's on there. Like, would you put Halladay on there? You're putting. Yeah. I feel like at that point you might be putting the name and 2 years that we had that he was.
I mean, essentially, he pitched 2 perfect games in one season, one in the postseason, and one in the regular season. I mean, I guess you would just on the soul
for what he did with us in a short.
Yeah, I mean, he won a Cy Young. But then again, I mean, I'm throwing Wheeler on there. I guess you got to throw Cliff Lee on there if you're throwing Halladay.
But I mean, that's the conversation. Like, do you throw Hamels? Hamels is,
and he's a World Series MVP,
right? I mean, it's really what? And wasn't he NLCS MVP too?
Yeah.
I mean, it's you have Colton on there. You got Robin Roberts. You got Grover Alexander. I think I always mix him up with the president or whatever. So, but I mean Wheeler. Like I'm not throwing Nola on there. But like if you're looking at everybody, like damn man, like it really is a conversation to have. Is Zach Wheeler one of the greatest Phillies pitchers of all time?
And you know what though, I don't really think it's as hard as you think because I mean,
no, I think it's a conversation, but that's why I agree. Is it really as hard to compare? Like,
I mean, you really think about it, other than like Carlton and like the team in '93. And then there was like them years where like the Phillies didn't have good pitching at all.
True.
Like, at all.
I mean, what about Curt Schilling? Do you throw Curt Schilling up there? I mean, he was with the Phillies for 8-9 years.
Yeah, but I don't think.
I think he's always remembered for Arizona and Boston.
I don't think he's top 5. I would throw him at like 7.
Yeah. I think he's up there. I mean, because same thing, never won a Cy Young, but let me see. He's finished top 5 in Cy Young voting once as a Philly and 3 times.
But that's the thing, though. He's more remembered as a Red Sox, as a Arizona and Boston. Actually, more Boston than Arizona.
Well, and that's the funny thing too. Is just like I think the only reason I think he's remembered more is because of the ankle with Boston.
Yeah.
But like him and Randy Johnson in Arizona was just
lethal,
a ridiculous 1-2. Yeah, I mean that was a Halladay and Lee. Like, that really is.
Yeah, it was.
Like, could you even name anybody else on that starting rotation outside of Randy Johnson and Curt Schilling?
No, and the craziest thing is they won a World Series.
I know, seriously. So I mean, it was like that first year with Arizona, he went 22-6 with a 2.98 ERA. Like,
it's just insane. And you know what's crazy too? Like that trade was terrible.
Yeah, he also. Oh no, excuse me. That was his second year in Arizona. First full year. He also gave up a league-leading 37 home runs, and still had a sub-3 ERA.
It was a different time.
Yeah. No one cared about the pitchers giving up home runs as long as you could still strike everybody out. What the hell was that trade?
It was Vicente Badia.
Oh, Travis Lee, Nelson Figueroa, and Omar Dahl. What a name.
Vicente Badia wasn't in that?
Oh, yeah, and Vicente Badia. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I had a text message.
No, you're
good. So yeah, then what? 3 years later, after that, he's traded to the Red Sox for Mike Goss, Casey Fossum, Brandon Lynn, and Jorge De La Rosa. I know one of those names.
De La Rosa.
De La Rosa. That's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's I don't know. If you look at like back to the original thing of a all quarter century team for like pitchers, like just listing some of the names that like want to figure top in the last 25 years. I mean, you know, what you got, I don't know, Mark Burley, Wainwright, you know,
Carpenter,
Roy Oswalt, Beckett was a force for some years. John Lester was ridiculous. And then you can't forget that like you had Roger Clemens, you had Pedro Strasburg, like
Tom Glavine.
Yeah. Felix, Chris Sale, I mean he's still pitching, but like
I guess like it's just crazy. Like I mean Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, Bumgarner.
I hate him.
I just feel like
Tim Lincecum.
Here's my thing. Is I said I would not pick Tim Lincecum. Because if you are talking top 5 pitchers in the last 25 years, like I feel like I could list 10 that I would take over Tim Lincecum, and you like my opinion.
Would you put Matt Cain in there?
See, I don't know. Like it's for like a dominating factor. Like I don't see. Now you're gonna make me look. Now I'm curious. Like what was Matt Cain's stats for Because don't get me wrong, he was good. I love how it brings up his hitting stats too. Like,
because he was a good hitter, dude.
what a different time. Like he's a career 368 for 13 years. 368 ERA. Sorry, not.
I was gonna say
average.
batting average. That's crazy.
What is his career batting average, dude? If it's actually high, I'm gonna laugh. Batting average 121. Okay, I feel better. But I mean, like, his first year, he only pitched 7 games. But when he started really starting, 365, 376, 289, maybe. But again, it's, his last 5 years in the league, 4 ERA, 418, 579, 564, 543. And that was literally at 28 years old is where his decline started.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I don't know.
There's just
I just feel like I can't put him up there because he absolutely disappeared.
Yeah, he did. I read an article. It's funny. I read an article about him. He still stays in the San Francisco area. It was like a couple years ago, and a reporter was actually interviewing him at a bar, and like he's like a totally different person now.
Really?
Yeah, he just chills out. Like,
sure. Like,
yeah.
What else is he gonna do? I'm surprised he's not like. He would be a good person to talk to, like to have like in the booth, like Hamels is once in a while.
Yes.
Especially because like he was so different with his windup. He could have some real interesting input on pitching, on how these, pitchers pitch nowadays.
I'll tell you what, he'd probably be better suited in today's game than he was when he started, because the way pitchers go 5-6 innings.
Yeah. And and he had such nasty stuff too. And then would, blow you away with a 96, 97 mile an hour fastball.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, he was a freak. There's really, it fit very well. But it was, the top 25 of all, or excuse me, top of the last 25 years was really interesting to me. But Halladay is just, it's fun to see. I'm happy to see it. Especially because of all the, the crap with Nola. Again, this is the first time he's ever really been hurt. And
we're not even missing him.
We're not. Everyone doesn't even want him to come back.
I'm going to be honest with you. I forgot about him.
Because everyone's doing fine.
As
I say that while Walker's pitching tonight.
I was just about to say, tonight, it's going to be like, after tonight's game, we're going to be like, yeah, we need Nola back.
I know, right? And obviously, on Friday, the Phillies sent down Abel.
He was struggling.
Yeah, I think so. My view on it was, I thought this was kind of like a send him down, let him build up that confidence again, and then I still think they could trade him, because if he starts showing up more in the minors again and building back up like that, padding some stats and stuff like that, then they could still use him. Somebody will take him. Like, that skill just doesn't. Well, it does just go away, but if he can get back on track, I think he could be a little piece to trade. Yes. Speaking of trades, so we'll get into nice little segue I did there. Nothing really going on trade wise. We have another 20
some days,
4 days, 25 days. But you hear a lot. You hear a lot of stuff going. So I don't know if you have heard anything just around baseball, but in general for the Phillies. And this is a general question, if you've actually heard anything.
I heard that the Dolis Garcia could be possibly moved.
And did see that.
Phillies could be interested in him. That's to be honest with you, that's pretty much all I heard. And every time I listen to Dave Dombrowski speak, I get more aggravated each day.
your mom, Casty, trade him in.
I don't think they would trade him.
I don't think that.
I don't want them to be honest with you.
I don't want them to, and I don't think they will, but who knows? I think the Phillies need to make a move. So here's the reason I bring up more of the trade deadline too, is because I text Scott And also Ryan. Ryan was supposed to be here tonight, but unfortunately, he's sick, right back from his honeymoon. So
Yeah.
that sucks. But anyway, so I asked Scott to come up with a non-bullpen move the Phillies could make, because we all know that's what that they need to.
Yeah.
Is go get a bullpen arm. Your mom heard they were. So here's the thing. I've read multiple places that the Phillies could consider, because he's under another year of control. And Cameron hopes that they don't. So your mom and her can argue about that. Your outfield is such a problem already. I don't see them. I could see them moving Kepler.
Oh, he can go.
You're not gonna. It's gonna be part of a package. Then you're not.
He can join the sanitation workers on strike.
There you go. I mean, I keep seeing all these pictures of Philly, and I don't see any difference. I don't understand what everyone's complaining about. It looks the exact same to me. Sorry, that's my one joke about all this. So I've heard a bunch. Like, I heard because the Yankees finally moved Jazz Chisholm back to second base, because DJ LeMahieu sucks, and he has for like 3 years now. I have no idea why the Yankees signed him a few years ago.
It's insane.
It's just like, you should have signed him. I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up in bubble wrap to sign the contract.
Well, I'm going to be honest
all the time, and when he's not good.
The Yankees are in trouble.
So that's the other thing, man. I mean, they're 3.5 games out of first place.
Dude, they do this. They've been known to do this over the last couple of years. They start off hot and then they just struggle. They can't win.
Yeah, they're 7-13 in their last 20 games.
I mean, Christ, the Rays are going to be playing playoff games in a minor league stadium at this point.
I think that's what's funny is
I actually want that to happen. By the way, I want to see the Rays play a playoff game in that stadium.
Oh, I know, dude. It would be so funny. It'd be funny if they played the Yankees and beat them
at their own
field,
field,
in the wild card. Yeah, I know. I mean, but here's the crazy thing: the Yankees have scored 92 runs in 20 games and are 7-13.
Their pitching's terrible.
It is. It's
not
garbage.
good at all. Yeah,
and they've been shut out. Let's see. They didn't score a run in. So this is 20 games. I'm not even. Oh no, excuse me. Sorry. Oh God, this computer. Sorry. So they didn't score a run in 2 of the 3 games against the Angels. That says a lot right there. Because the Angels don't have a stud pitching lineup rotation. And then all of a sudden, the game they did, they lost 3-2. Beat the fourth. Whatever. Scored a bunch of runs against Baltimore. Almost got swept by the Reds. Took 2 or 3 from the A's, and I'm looking at these games and I feel like I'm looking at the Phillies schedule because of such inconsistency. Like, they won 7-1, won 3-0, lost 7-0, won 12-5, and then lost 5 straight. They got swept 6 straight. They got swept in a 4-game series by Toronto and then lost 2 or 3 to the Mets.
And Toronto's been on a hot streak too.
Yes, they have. And I'll tell you what. Hey, Donna.
Hey, what's up, Donna?
The Yankees don't. I mean, Stroman should be back. I think he's back already. But
how much is he going to move the needle? I mean, come on.
Nothing. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why everything I keep hearing about the Yankees is, they could, they need a third baseman. They might be going after Ryan McMahon, and I'm like, I like Ryan McMahon. I've liked him for a few years now. He's just wasting away in Colorado. He's cheap and he's pretty good defensively and offensively. But I just feel like I don't think Garrett Cole isn't coming back.
No,
this year, I don't think, right? Like Carlos Rodon, Max Fried. I mean, it was a great signing, but
he's just hurt a lot.
So I don't know, man. It's just so they're still relying on Stanton. I don't know what the hell he's done. Like, I heard he was coming back, and I was like, oh my God,
I thought he was done.
So did I. So
he literally said he couldn't move his elbow or something.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, he's played in 54 at bats this year so far with 12 hits and 1 home run. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
he's 35 years old. God, I think he's got like another 2 or 3 years left on the contract.
and he's going to be a Hall of Famer,
Yeah, he's got 3 more years left.
which
And
is wild.
Wait a minute. $10 million paid by Miami Marlins, $10 million paid by Miami Marlins. Are they actually paying the rest of this contract?
Derek Jeter is out of his pocket because he traded him.
He don't even work for the Marlins anymore.
I still think that trade should have been investigated.
Dude, 100%. That was a joke.
But it's just weird to me that he's going to probably be a Hall of Famer.
If he gets to 500 home runs, he will.
Yeah.
I think that's a lock for him.
He's at like 4 something.
That's probably the only reason that he's still playing.
Yeah.
Let me see. Stanton.
He
stats.
might.
That's a good line. Stanton stats.
Yeah.
He is at 4. Oh, he's at 430.
He needs 70 more homers. He ain't getting it.
I don't know. I don't see that happening. He's
No.
played 16 games. He has, but I mean, when he does, like, you know, in 2021, he had 35. 2022, 31, 24, 27. I mean, dude, he could if he stays healthy.
Yeah, if he gets a bionic arm.
It's new knees, everything.
Yeah.
New muscle tissue, stem cells, all of that stuff. So anyway, yeah, I just like I've heard a lot about the Yankees and that. I'm curious what the A's do because they're in last place again. I'm really, really curious what the Orioles do. They got a new owner who said he was going to spend like,
And they did.
and they did. They didn't spend like everyone thought they were going to.
No, but
I really thought Burns would have stayed there, but I understand why he left to go to Arizona.
They just I don't know what happened with them.
Dude, pitching. They didn't take care of pitching. They got Eflin. Eflin's been on the IL like 3 times this year.
Yeah, and he was their ace.
Yeah, everyone on the Orioles pitching staff has been hurt.
I know.
But then their lineup, like, I keep hearing a lot of stuff like, should they trade Gunnar Henderson? And I'm like, it makes no sense to. Not that they wouldn't.
You know what's crazy? If they trade Gunnar Henderson, I think that would open the door for the Royals to trade Bobby Witt, or Bobby Witt just be like, I don't want to be here no more in the next couple of years, especially if they're still struggling.
Yeah, I mean, my thing. And
I mean, they get a haul for that.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is that Baltimore also still has Jackson Holiday.
Yeah,
who plays second and shortstop.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was the number 1 pick. I doubt. Do you trade him and keep Gunnar?
Trade him to Colorado.
Say, this is how we really feel about you. Bye. I mean, but like, it's not even like Gunnar Henderson's doing bad. He's hitting 271. He's played in every game so far, I think, almost. I don't know, man. It would be crazy to me to see the Orioles just give up to like 2 players, either of those players.
Yeah,
and I mean, with Bobby Witt, I don't know. Like, are the Royals really that far out?
I just think they just like last year they were good.
Oh, Jesus, they're 14 games out of first place.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's because the Tigers are just so damn good right now.
I know, but still, like you got an extra wild card spot, and they still can't sniff it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be the Yankees, and the Rays right now, and I guess the Red Sox, if I'm reading this right, and Mariners would be tied for the last spot,
which is like the same situation like every year, the last 3 years.
I mean, pretty much, yeah, because we know that
Seattle.
Well, Seattle, we know Seattle's just going to fall right off.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's because of games played. So it's the Yankees, Rays, and Mariners are the top, or the 1, 2, and 3 for the wild card.
Yeah.
The Red Sox have less games played. Damn, dude. It's just, I don't know. I mean, we're in first place still, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So my trade, So you would take Adolis Garcia
in a heartbeat.
I mean, so would I.
Yeah. Get some juices flowing on this team.
You saying that, I 100% agree. So he's only hitting 228 with 10 home runs and 50 RBIs. My thing is, he's played in 86 games. He was struggling a lot. I know he's picked it up a lot.
Yes, he was.
Lately. I feel like one of the main things that's wrong with this team right now, the Phillies, and they are in first place. I'm not giving them a hard time. Is that they really don't seem to be having that fun, that
they don't have the it.
Yeah, like the things we've seen the last 2-3 years, it's just not. I'm not seeing it. I don't know. And I don't know if this goes back to the beginning of the season when they said Harper said something about the daycare or whatever, and I'm like, at that point, I don't give a shit. Like whatever works.
Oh no,
dude.
Harper just looks miserable.
I mean, well, he's struck out like 37 times in the last 8 games. So, Harper, I mean, and again, he was out for a month. I know it takes time to get back into that, but damn, I did not like his comments, though. Not to interrupt you, I'm sorry. I did not like his comments when he was coming back saying,
"Oh, where he was it's not getting better.
It's not getting any better. I figured this is as much as I was going to progress, so I wanted to come back." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, no."
And he hasn't done anything.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me there's no specialist, there's no doctor, there's not one doctor in this country that could have helped you a little bit more. It's just going to be then how is it ever going to heal? You're telling me that you think it's never going to heal.
Yeah, that's what he was pretty much saying, and I didn't like
unless
that
they're
either.
Saying without surgery, and if it would take him out for the year, then I'm like, all right, well, you're not doing very well now, where the Phillies could trade for a first baseman. If you like, Again, it's different, I know, but like when JT had surgery on his knees and was out for a month,
yeah,
I was just like, oh shit, that ain't gonna be good. But I mean, he came back, and JT's still the same. He's still,
and it's funnier. It's funny because like even with Harper out, the Phillies were playing better.
I mean, yeah, like they really here
like
their
career without Harper, and without Harper is better.
I mean, so he was here. I'll put the last 20 games. The Phillies' last 20 games. I can't just give me the record. The Phillies are 11-9 in their last 20 games. So Harper came back. Not against. He came back. Did he come back against Houston?
No, it was Atlanta.
So,
it was against
June
Atlanta.
30th. You're right. So June 30th, he came back.
So
that was against the Padres.
yeah, that's right.
All right. So in the time that he was gone, let's see. They won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they were 7-6 just in that last whatever games before he came back. I mean, but I think the Phillies were trying to figure out what to do with Otto Kemp at the same time. They kept moving him to first base and then to third, then to the outfield. And I'm just like, you should have just kept him at first.
Yeah.
Or at third. Because Bohm's going to go back to third, and you're trying to figure out how to fit Otto Kemp in the lineup still. And I think I was just getting pissed off with that because I'm like, it just reminded me of Scott Kingery all over again. I'm like, you're going to make this kid play all these different positions.
Going to mess with his head.
And it's going to mess with him. So anyway, to get back to what I was going to say for my trade idea. My trade idea is I would consider going after Brian Reynolds. You get
batting 229.
Huh?
Batting 229.
I know. He's batting higher than Adolis Garcia.
Yeah, but Garcia, I think, needs to change his scenery.
I think anybody needs to get out of
Pittsburgh. All right, well, if you're doing that, give me the 2 relievers too.
So, dude, I was going to say, I'll keep a reliever and give me Reynolds. Here's the thing with Reynolds. Yes, he's having a down year, which is fine. Could be a change of scenery. He's a pretty good outfielder. He's a switch hitter. He still has 10 home runs, 16 doubles, 30 walks, and 45 RBIs. That's not bad on a garbage team.
Agreed.
And he's 30. He's under contract through 2031, and he was signed to an 8-year, $106 million contract. That is like contract of Zach Wheeler-esque, to where you got him and you'll get him pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So here's the funniest part is he has a no trade list.
To like 6 teams, I believe.
Yes. Do you know who the teams are? And it made
The
me...
Dodgers.
Yeah. The Dodgers,
Yankees.
the Yankees, the Mets, the Blue Jays, the Giants, and the Padres. And I'm like, all right. So he just said the NL West can go to hell. The AL East can go to hell.
Yeah.
And the Mets can go to hell. And I looked and I was like, yo, I will 100% even more now take Brian Reynolds.
Yeah. No,
and also
I saw
because
that.
his name sounds like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Like immediately, you know damn well people would be dressing up like Deadpool.
In a playoff game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I just he is a good player. You know, I know he's having a down year, but still, you know, it's the same
You're
thing.
in Pittsburgh.
He's in Pittsburgh. He's 30. He'll be 31. So, but I mean, if you look at his previous seasons, dude, like 24 home runs, 24, 27, 24. Like
He's actually he's technically still on par for that.
Yeah, he's a 260, 270 hitter. But I mean, it solves more than one problem because he can play right field.
And you don't got to take him out of the lineup
or whatever. He's played left field a lot.
And he's a switch hitter.
Right. And he's a switch hitter, which I love. Like he's played over 324 games in center field.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I would love to go after him. What the trade will have to consist of, I don't know. He is somebody I think will definitely get traded.
Yeah.
And it's probably not going to be to us. So anyway, the whole point I was bringing all of this up was that's always about the Mets. So the one thing I saw was, and this was on ESPN, and it was actually funny because my buddy Jay brought it up like an hour after I read it, is potential MLB trade proposals for Paul Skeens, Ronald Acuna, and Buxton.
What?
Yeah. So it was literally listed as probably like trades that will never happen, but let's talk about it anyway. But it's also like people who probably should get traded just to save their career. So the first offer was, of course, excuse me, the Mets. It was them offering their number 20, number 50 top prospect, Ronnie Mauricio, and then 2 other players.
It's not even bad.
The second one was the Dodgers, giving up Dalton Rushing, who is their number 14, and DePaula, who's another number 17, Alex Freeland, Emmett Sheehan, and Jackson Ferris. Sheehan's all right pitcher. The third was the Tigers, which this says to give up Jackson Jobe, which I thought you couldn't trade players on the IL, but I guess you can.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
The third one, or the best part is the one that could actually get it done was the Tigers. And they said, could you imagine a playoff rotation with Skeens and Scooble?
Oh, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah. So the next one was for Ronald Acuna. And they do a whole thing on why they'll probably keep him. Like for Skeens, it's like he's the best starter in baseball, perhaps on his way to another Cy Young, blah, blah, blah. He's under team control for another 4 years. Like, it doesn't make sense. But they should just get rid of him now. Like, stop wasting his career. His stats this year are a joke.
Yeah,
well, it's a joke, too, with how his record, and it's pathetic on the team's part. The other one for Acuna, ironically, was the Brewers, the Mariners, and the Rays. And then the third one was Buxton.
For the Phillies are on that.
The Phillies. And it was only we give up Justin Crawford and Andrew Painter. And I immediately hit the X on my browser.
Yeah.
And was like, why? Let me give up.
Yeah, why does everyone else have to give up like their 14th prospect?
Right.
But no, hey, we got to give up the best pitching prospect in the league for a dude that barely plays.
Yeah, I was going to say for an injury-prone Buxton. When he is at the top of his game, he is one of the best. He hasn't been at the top of his game
in years
since Trout was.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no, I'm all right.
I'm not doing it. I just with the trade deadline, I mean, the closer it gets, it's going to be.
The thing is, the trade deadline isn't what it used to be. Like, you don't really have too many stars on the move anymore.
No, the Devers one really was out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like
we
I
all
said,
expected it, just not in May.
Like, the trade deadline gets hyped up, and then it comes, and not like really nothing happens.
It's all hearsay. It's like 2 or 3 people you can really listen to.
Yeah.
When it comes to rumors, I have two more topics, just 2, and one is me venting, so we'll save that for last. Well, actually 3. Phil Cuzzy.
No, he sucked.
Just
retire.
He's Angel Hernandez territory for me right now. And the fact that, like, when you look on the umpire scorecards and he's like, the MLB average is 91 and he was at 91. And I'm like, because they have an adjusted scoring system that favors them. I'm like, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
Between him
and the fact that nobody got tossed on the Phillies bench is also pathetic.
Yeah. Well, because he knew he was probably that bad and had no reasoning.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm watching the clip and it's all against Harper. It's all against us. And then I watched and I'm like, okay. So then he called some strikes that were against the Giants that were not strikes.
The Kirkland thing really put me over the edge.
It was just like, dude.
You just called them strikes.
Right. And I'm like, and it literally led to them.
A run.
We could have scored more than 1 run, but there are 1-1 games. That just pissed me off because I'm like, that's not painting. That is on the corner. Yeah. In the strike zone, not like touching the strike zone. It's in the strike zone.
I agree.
I mean, players just laugh at you.
I'm actually I'm really glad I didn't stay up for it because I would have been even more mad.
There would have been no sleeping for an additional hour.
No.
The other thing was the All-Star game coming up next week. Next week, right?
Yeah. Because the Phillies' last game is Sunday.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Our All-Star representatives, as of now, are Schwarber and Wheeler. I think Turner got snubbed.
So did Sanchez.
I think Sanchez. Someone's going to replace Sale.
I think Ranger was the worst
this year.
No, that got snubbed
for this year.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like,
dude, he's.
Take a month away.
He's 10-2.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Is just like how Kershaw made the team, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, he's pitched like 7 games. I was like, Jordan Romano has more strikeouts than he does.
Yeah,
but they put him on as a legend because he got his 3,000th, and they're the MLB is going to blow the Dodgers and Kershaw, and I get all that. And he's probably retiring, so he has to do his little thing.
Hopefully, he retires.
Dude, go away! Like
he
got 3,000 strikeout. I would gladly take Greinke to come get his 10 strikeouts
that he needs.
And just get 3,000, and then he just walks away.
Yeah.
But I also like Greinke because he won't do that. So
no,
he doesn't give a shit about anybody.
No.
But yeah, I think Turner got snubbed. I see everyone kind of sticking up for Juan Soto, like he should have made the All-Star game.
No, he stinks.
I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like for what you're being paid, no, you should have had like Ohtani numbers. Like you should have been a stud, and you sucked. They're like, oh, for how good he did in June. I'm like, good. Are we just ignoring that he sucked for 2 months? If that's what gets you to an All-Star game. Then, a lot of the Phillies should be in the All-Star game. I mean, what is Ranger Suarez's record right now?
He's 10-2, I believe.
7-2.
7-2 with a.
He's only got a 1.99 ERA, man. Right. That's not good enough.
And you said take away the month, like, bro, his ERA is 1.99.
I know that. Well, here's the problem: Clayton Kershaw is 4-0 with a 3.43 ERA and 32 strikeouts. Ranger Suarez is 7-2 with a 1.99 ERA and 73 strikeouts. The issue is
he's not
Clayton
Kershaw.
Kershaw is another lefty, but he's on the West Coast. So it's easier to get on your knees in the California sand, and you're wearing white and blue.
Yeah.
So that's as clean as I could put it. That's a joke. It really is. Because, like, again, Kershaw has only pitched in nine games. And you're telling, fine if he's a legend, I get it. When did that become a thing?
When Albert
We're going to
Pujols
put him
was
on
retiring.
because, yeah, everybody knows his name, so he makes the All-Star team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing, dude? I never do this, and I really don't. But I think I've like social media really is just driving me nuts so much now. Like, did you hear the thing with Spike the other day? He's accusing the Mets of cheating. And I'm like, but they're losing. Like, if that's the case, they're not good at cheating.
Yeah. I listened to it halfway and I was like, all right, I'm not listening to this no more. And I was like, this is why I don't listen to sports radio.
Yeah. I'm like, this is literally the definition of a reach.
Yeah.
Like, the ratings really must be dropping. And I'm just like, first off, you're talking about baseball. Don't do that.
Yeah, no.
So anyway, there's a certain Philly-based Facebook page that literally does nothing except bash the Phillies. Flyers, I mean, just it's constant negativity. And I get it. It is tough being a fan here sometimes. Like, I understand that. But I think it's more the point that every single time that because I was just like, I'll go on there and I'll go to battle with you, and like I'll make sure that I'll give you this thing called stats and facts, and I never get a response ever. They never come back at me, and I'm just like, I know, because you're wrong, and I'm the one commenting on this bullshit.
Yeah,
I finally had enough when I went on, and they were just like, oh, you know, with all the bad that's been happening on the Phillies, did anyone else realize that Trey Turner leads the NL in hits? And I'm like, you mother effers. I literally went on and I said, yes, because when you actually pay attention to baseball, you can tell that Trey Turner is leading the league in hits because you just don't bitch constantly for 162 games a season.
Yeah.
So, to Broad Street Misery, shut up. My God. Like, I'm going to tag them in this video. I'm going to tag them. I will actually take the time to start making TikToks again. Tag them in everything. And please say, shut up. Cheer up, man. Like, my God.
They're in first place.
You would never know it. And I'm like, clearly none of you were alive from like 2012 to 2018.
When it was terrible.
When it was miserable. My God. No one had a liver then.
No.
Oh, it was terrible. But I just, again, I never do that, but I'm like, I'm so tired of it. I really am. Like, and I know that's like I come on here and try not to complain about the Phillies all the time. And there's a lot of negative stuff that we could talk about, but we try
I know.
not to.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll save that. Like, we don't even talk about the Sixers. I haven't talked about the Flyers since Egress. There's not much to talk about here. All right, but that was all I had. I don't know if you had anything else.
No, I'm just glad we made it through with not losing power.
I know, right? I'm waiting for it, like, as I try to say bye, it just
goes black.
So, Mom, Mrs. Pizzo, Cameron, Donna, and who else? I saw Drew come on here. Bat Pearl. We always need. I need a drop in from Bat Pearl once in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like, it has. It's been months. I mean, last season. It's been last season.
Yeah, it has. We need it back.
Thank you all for hanging out, and we will. So I won't be on for golf this Friday because I'm gonna go see Superman in theaters. Because
nice.
And everyone stay safe out there. Go Phils. And, how about you? Let's Taiwan Walker, for the love of God. Give me 5 strong, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right.
All right.
Good night.
Later.